Yep, good to go.
All right. So where we left off last episode, the group was at the outskirts of the winery in the two-story building that is protected by, well, surrounded at least by a vineyard. You had met the family of Davian Martikov and had been sworn into agreeing to keep the secret the fact that they are a family of were-ravens. And they can't change into all sorts of different shapes, but they can change into ravens, which is a bit unusual because the druids in this realm have no similar abilities that are at least being demonstrated in any manner that you would be able to memorize or see or recognize or have hints of. So in fact, you guys are the only shapeshifters that are, or that family rather, is the only shapeshifters that seem to be opposed to Strahd, and they are hunted because of it. This family had a number of druids and blights and various other creatures drive them out of the vineyard, and the gems that drive the good, productive value of the land have been stolen. So there are a number of options ahead of you. Rather than recap the sheer number of quests, it would be asinine for me to even try right now. There are a lot. However, right in front of you guys, there is a vineyard that is currently still being possessed by various creatures that look a bit like trees mixed in amongst the vines. Hard to tell when they're not moving. That, in fact, is not part of the field. Davian is happy to see you guys, is happy to have the help. He's there to protect his family. And he mentions to you, which we left off last time, having not quite finished, I guess, as part of the conversation, but he mentions to you guys that there is one other that is with his group that has been currently cooking of late and assisting them, and he seems to be a bit of a fighter, although he is an unusual size. He's a halfling, a light 180 pounds. Of course, he is only 4 foot tall. So, and he wears leathers that are powdered with flour from all the cooking he's done. So it's actually quite white in color, and he has a similar shaped hat, hence the icon in the upper left. You may notice. So Davian motions to the family to go get Tam to see if Tam could help, and so they rush off into the woods. They scurry off into it, and with some rustling of the limbs and trees and grasses, you hear this boisterous voice come across. And go ahead and describe yourself beyond what I've done if you want to, Connor.
I've come to help out. From what I've been told, you guys are hunting the vampires as well. Just cooking and eating. It's what I get. It's what I do.
Keep in mind that Tam actually went to the vineyard because he was looking for the perfect wine, and everywhere was sold out because he wants to make a garlic souffle, and it needs a wine to be paired with it, and he couldn't find one that fit.
Yes, my
Then
friend,
you
we
guys notice he's
see
wearing onions and garlics around his on his
we
neck.
see that you have been eating a lot.
I mean, I make the food. I eat the food. I throw the food.
It seems like you eat all the food.
I barely leave any extra for you. Make sure you don't get any. Kind of.
That is a little rude.
You're being a little rude.
I'm just pointing out the obvious. I don't know what is the problem.
There's no problem except for you, my pal. I'll make sure you get less.
So, at your leisure, you guys may approach the vineyard. Apparently, Tam is willing to help you guys, but he is moody, and he smells quite strongly of garlic. You may want to question him about that at some point, because it is pretty overwhelming.
Can't
I
smell I'm a robot.
That's true. Well, you can analyze it, I suppose. You can analyze it in a very clinical sense. But we don't have. I'm missing a character in the list here. Sorry. I'm not going to introduce Brobot just yet. Whatever.
All right, I'll bite. Why do I think he smells like garlic? Sweet medical roll.
Oh, yeah, you got a lot of pluses there. Well, why is it that you have such a passion about garlic then? Damn.
Throughout my entire journeys of going place to place, I've come to the conclusion that garlic is their weakness. I've gathered every type of garlic and onion I can gather. It is my weapon. I coat my weapons in it, I coat my clothes in it, I bathe in it, I eat it, I drink it.
Nick stops you there and says, I want a medical reason. This doesn't make any sense.
Medical reason?
That's clearly a medical check. So I'm trying to. It must be health related to why you have all this garlic and why you smell like this. Why does he? Health related. Why does he smell like this?
you can't come up with a right. It's all over him.
It's all over me. I bathe in it. That's why I smell like it.
Yeah, I mean, you are what you eat, right? I think that you would have some sort of database for that. Some record. He must consume an awful lot.
So I know it's something's up.
Oh, I have Gimbleforth in our group again. Let me throw. Okay, so you guys are going to approach the whatchamacallit here shortly, right? Any questions anyone has before we carry on? Yeah, you're about to. I'm loading it in. I did give you guys a custom one because this did not exist. Oop.
I'm just
remember there's
those strange trees to make sure that they don't like uproot and start cooking.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a good point. So you guys should be able to see the map now. The tree creatures are intermixed amongst their. In fact, I can add those back. I can add them in manually, and I think for some of them you would see. Please keep in mind that I can't have you clicking too far along ahead of me because it will show up before it's supposed to, and I can't lock your characters. So let me go ahead and do that. This is taking a moment to actually load it in. And when you're clicking, if you don't see the line of sight, please let me know. Usually, though, it just means that you need to click back onto your character again.
Can you
There's a few things being added.
modify my... Yep.
The encounter addition is killing my fantasy grounds. All right, so
It's a lot of...
in theory, it has been added into the system.
That's a lot of needle blights.
Yep. Yes, it is. Okay, so you guys should be able to, in some cases, see some of them. They're mixed in with the trees, but or the vines and whatever. Well, there are trees there too, but you guys had the heads up to know to look for them. So you know that there's more than what you see, but that is what is currently there. So I would suggest if you want to if you guys are wanting to attack this, you're going to want to roll for initiative at some point. Right now, you are ahead of them. They are at these closest ones. I'll mark them right here. They are already beginning to shift and twist as though they recognize there's a disturbance in the, well, not the force, but they recognize that you guys are there. And in any moment, they may consider you a threat.
Will you please modify the damage modifier of my blood right to 4?
Sure thing.
Attic has completed his medical scan of Tam and informs him that he's bordering on liver failure from the amount of garlic. And he casually walks towards the fight.
You got a good roll.
Say that again?
Well, too much garlic is bad for your liver. That's what he casually explains to you, and then his medical scan has concluded that you're on the edge of liver failure. And then he proceeds to walk to the fight.
All right, so you taking the lead?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
So, go ahead and you're just charging down, aren't you? So you're doing initiative. Yeah. Everyone roll initiative. For those of you who haven't done this before, from your character sheet, including you, Broman, from your character sheet on the main tab, you're going to double-click the little dice under a knit. It's in the dead center. There we go. And once everyone is done,
Did yours show my roll on the side?
yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
I see 16.
For some reason, it's
It was
not
a-
updating for-
It was a 5 to start with.
Oh yeah, you rolled twice. That's okay. I'm not gonna stress about it.
Yeah, for some reason, it's not updating with roll.
All right, so the blights are actually getting to move first. At least a bunch of them are. I'm not gonna get too fickle about who is in what order where. Since you guys are moving forward, I'm just gonna give these guys some movements. And the vines, to go through them would actually slow you down, just so you guys know. These are creatures that are designed around this though, so for them this is as natural as walking on ground for them. So there's a number being updated. You hear the rustling of over the sound of the wind and the light rain. You actually hear the rustling of the sheer number of limbs being pushed aside by these creatures, as they seem to have a group pack mentality, a recognition of something that's wrong. What's the matter? Sorry, I'm trying to be fast.
Oh! No, I'm just tired. I didn't realize my mic was unmuted. This was a completely unrelated.
I can't go faster.
That's
No, I slept like 4 hours last night, and then my nap was interrupted by families wanting to talk on Skype and whatever today, so I didn't get my
Okay.
nap.
Dietrich, you're up.
okay. Can
Trying
I?
to make it less boring.
How can I
I'm also
tell?
reading side effects of garlic right now too, so I can add some flavor. There's
Can-
a lot of really good ones.
Can you tell me how far I am from Blight 17, please?
Yeah, let's see. If you control click, it'll show you. You're 35 feet.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm not going anywhere, and I'm going to shoot him with my crossbow.
Alright, you're actually hitting. That's a neat sign.
It is.
Get all these good rolls out of the way.
I had to reload my fantasy ground, so is there a way for you to pop those maps back up?
Yeah, I'll just stop and then reforce it. Boop. Alright, so you've already torn one apart with your silvered arrows or bolts.
I don't have silvered arrows.
For the people
Oh,
that
whatever.
are new here, that is very uncommon. Usually one of us would be dead by now.
It's true. Most likely me. Unless I kill one of our party members.
Exactly.
Or a dog?
So that has...
Oh my gosh, I hate you so much.
I love that he knows that even though he wasn't here for that part. He just...
Yo, someone
He
kill a
knows
dog
that.
over here?
Stop it. Stop it.
Twice, technically.
Stop it. No, I didn't kill him the second time. He sacrificed himself for me.
Potato, potato.
That almost sounds...
Had you not been
It
there,
almost sounds
Medic
like it's
points
your
out,
fault.
then the dog wouldn't have had to sacrifice himself for anything, so he'd be alive.
You don't necessarily know that.
He probably sacrificed himself because he knew he was going to be with you.
Wow, that's hurtful.
I think puppy is a bit more accurate term anyway, right?
No, it wasn't a
A
puppy.
dog that barely had a chance to live.
Oh my gosh, I hate you guys. Why do I even play this with you?
Val, you're up. Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna haste Armundus and Dietrich, if I can. Okay, I did target him. Okay, that's my turn.
Question: is a blight considered a construct or an undead?
It's not undead. It might be. I think it's an aberration. What? Let me look. Click the encounter. That will show me this, and I can click on the critter type. It is. What does it actually say? Whenever a tree or plant is corrupted by an evil mind. Yeah, it's definitely not undead. You know, you'd think that, oh, it's medium plant. It's a plant.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
It was right at the top. I was just missing it. Sorry. Alright, yeah, okay. For those who weren't aware, go ahead, Armandus, you're in the lead now.
Will this stop when I run out? It'll just
No, it'll let you keep going. Oh yeah, what does haste give again? Is it just an extra turn, or is it more movement as well?
I believe it's added movement too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Speed is doubled.
Oh, you can go 12 of them.
Should be able to get right there.
And you
So
have
like
an
a blur.
extra action.
And everyone, as you get to your character, do a quick description so that Brobot and Tam, so Brobin and Tam know what you look like, or any sort of background to you. Really quick ones is fine.
Okay. As far as Armandus, he's kind of a large, dark-skinned. His skin almost looks like stone, in heavy armor with a shield, helm over his face. Kind of not very animated when he talks, but just that's basic descriptor of it.
He's from a Jin line of halflings. Well, not halfling, but you know, beings that have Jin in their ancestry.
I like gin.
Yeah, so he's constantly sloshed and making wishes.
Okay. Nice. I'll attack this one blight in front of me.
All right.
I think if I had an extra action, I normally have 2 attacks. Does that mean I have 3?
Yes.
Yes. You're gonna be like a blur of blades spinning around, except for there. If you had anyone
Nice.
around for me to say you hit, I would totally roll on that, but oh well. You weren't quite accustomed to the speed, I'm gonna assume.
Okay. That's all I've got.
All right.
You have to roll damage separately whenever you hit.
Oh, yeah. Forgot.
Whoa. Oh, interesting. Okay, I see, I realize what it is. So you cut so deeply, and you see sap that normally should travel slowly just shoots out like a black ichor as your blade cuts through, and you missed with your other hits or other strikes. So you set it up and scared it. It goes to block the wrong area, and then you hack deep into its what would be an abdomen, except it's wood. All right. It seems less than effective of a turn. I have to say, I'm not real impressed. All right, you guys hear a screech off in the distance,
Oh boy.
and there's not exactly, you know, there's not sunlight in the typical sense, but you get this sense of a shadow gliding over the ground at a great distance. And let's see, let's get to the next. Not her. Oh, Irina is not with you guys right now. So medic, you're up.
Smite on myself, and I'm going to also cast Spiritual Weapon. Oh, and for those of you that don't know, I am a 7 or 8 foot tall, or no, 7 foot tall, 9 foot tall, robotic creature, and I have a ventriloquist dummy that fights with me. I will move towards this creature guy. Oops, I gotta do it manually.
You're not hasted, are you? Oh, you're doing diagonals. That's right. You're right.
Yeah.
No, you're smart. You're right.
That is my
Diagonals is
turn.
still only 1, so if you do 2 in order to go diagonal, that still counts as 1, in case that wasn't clear.
Yep, that's
Alright.
my turn.
And I put that dummy where I did. You can choose where to put him within 30 feet of you, I think, or 60 feet or something. So if you wanted to put him somewhere else.
I'll just have him by me, because I'll just
Okay.
do it with me, because we're gonna go.
Oh,
in
that
battle
makes sense,
together.
because he's actually, he's a dummy. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, he's not animated until I cast Spiritual Weapon and I cast it on him, because you're awesome to let me do that.
All right. So the cloud of garlic surrounding you is almost palpable. Of course, you don't really even notice it anymore, Tam. But as you go into the fight, those who are keenly observant, Val and Diedrich, I'm going to let you guys roll perception checks.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
Neither of you perceive anything. All right, Tam, go ahead and begin your move.
Medic warns Tam that garlic is a natural blood thinner, so he better not get cut.
How much am I allowed to
30 feet.
Yeah, so 6.
Although halflings, are halflings less?
Heather.
I don't think he is.
Yeah, let's look.
I think he's. I can look it up here. Oh, he's human. I made him human by accident. That's my mistake when I was quickly recreating it.
Ooh, that changes a lot, potentially.
Their size is
Yeah.
small.
Yeah, I'll fix that later. I'm just gonna assume it's 30. He's 4 foot tall. I'll fix your race later. I don't want to mess with it right now. Our gamers are not long enough to handle me undoing stuff and redoing it.
Crap, he's 4 foot tall and 180 pounds.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
Because the average halfling is 3 foot tall and 40 pounds. So is he just rolling along?
That's what I was saying.
Clearly you can't see your feet.
I don't need to
Well,
see
now Medic has a bunch of other questions for you. You guys know.
I don't need to see
Mainly
my
doing
feet
your
to kick your
cardiovascular
ass.
system and
I
how it's
swear.
managing to support your body.
So I'll move there so I'm closer to the enemies. And I'll have you know, Medic, I don't need to see my feet to kick your ass.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he can handle it. I'm pretty sure they couldn't reach me. I'm 7 feet tall. My butt is above your head. I can sit on you like a stool.
It would look like a beanbag, though.
I mean, that's true. It wouldn't be a
Step
stool,
on
it would be a beanbag.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So you don't have any abilities you can use that are ranged? Tam, whatever.
Don't think so. That I can use at the moment.
Technically, you do. If you want to use your cantrip fast step, you could give yourself more distance.
Wouldn't that just be one more for 10 more feet?
Yeah, it would be 2 clicks to make it consistent because they're 5 foot squares, so it'd be 2 more.
Do I just say I'm using it, or?
Yeah, you just say you're using it, so that's your so that was your cantrip. So okay, Medic, since you're noticing him seeming to like hover / semi waddle across places, you give me a perception check on what you see. That was 1 movement, by the way, Tam, because you did diagonal, so you get 1 more if you're gonna do that way. Yeah, there you go. Now you're in range. Oh my gosh, you guys are not observant.
Medic also asked Tam if he is a woman.
Ask me if I'm a woman?
Yeah, are you a woman?
I am not.
He said, I say that is great because garlic can aggravate vaginal infection.
All right, so you've used your action, so you can't attack. But now you're at least close enough for my characters to hit you.
It was a trick by Corey to get you within killing range.
Yes, it was. All right.
Now, if they're attacking him,
6.
they will have a disadvantage. I'll use my.
Oh, you're gonna use your
protection.
reactionary thing. 4, 5.
Is that a reaction, Scott, or is that an action?
It is a reaction.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah.
When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 foot of you, you can use your reaction to oppose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Man, that's
as
awesome.
long as I'm wearing a shield.
I'm doing the movements first, so I can just figure it all out, and then we can make the attacks faster. What's that there?
Tom just got here. He's gonna die already.
Well, they're not super tough compared to you guys. And besides, he's got a lot of bulk. He can handle a lot.
I mean, clearly.
You guys hear screeching of some dark abyssal language. And faint chanting occurs.
Do I understand,
I understand
abyssal? I do too.
All right. Wow, that's amazing. Go roll for perception because you're in the middle of combat. Whether you would have actually been paying attention is a question. So roll for perception.
Oh heck no.
Do I get a perception check on the on Tam like everybody else did, since he's close?
Yeah, he's close to you. I'll give it to you. Yeah, go for it.
You notice that he is stinky.
I should. That's what I should have made all this about. Okay. So you see him like gripping his garlic and crunching between his fingers even as he runs forward, but you get the sense immediately that something swells from inside of his mind itself. There's a type, it's like magic, but it's not any spells you've seen before. He is warping
psionic?
reality around himself. Yeah, he is. He's warping reality around himself. He is so persuasive. He's convinced himself of the efficacy of garlic, and his sheer force of will has turned it into its own weapon. The very steps he takes, the punches he strikes, the weapons he wields, they're all getting warped and changing reality by the force of his will, his psionics. He doesn't even realize that's what he is, but that's what he's using as he charges forward. It even explains why such a bulky, large being can move across the ground with such a speed, because his very will demands it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start rolling some damage attacks. We got some claws raking pieces of wood. Oops. Hold on a second. I don't want to break this, and I think I was about to. Here we go. Yeah, okay, this should work. Please don't crash. Yeah, good. All right, so the twigs come toward your face, Tam, doing very little pokey damage. But there's going to be multiple of them, so I'm just going to use a single one to do it. All right. You look like you're getting brushed by a bunch of. Ooh, that one actually is pretty good damage. Yeah, take that, your face. And then the third one starts shooting needles from its skin. And that hit as well. All right. They're sticking out of some of your blubberous regions. Amundus, you have a couple near you, so I'm just going to use again the same one to help illustrate it.
Yeah, he gonna die.
Oh, a miss. And then the other one's going to do ranged because that's what he needs to do. Oh, he misses. Wow. So they're shooting. You're getting tore up, but the rest of them aren't.
That's
So
because
you
there's
can
so
take
much
out
of him to shoot at.
Jeez, even with
Alright, so-
disadvantage, they ripped you up.
Yep. Oh, I'm glad you set that up. I was wondering why I was getting disadvantage. I'd already forgotten. Fire got expired.
Hmm?
You lost concentration on something. I don't know what it is you had concentrating, but
Oh, well, apparently my searing weapon thing did that, but oh well.
All right. There are. Oh, that one missed, and then we got a ranged one here. And I think after this last one, I don't think these guys are in range. Let me take a look. Needle blight to. Nope, he's not. So that is the end of the. Did that one? And that one missed. Okay, that is the end of their attacks. Everyone else has done their movements. Diedrich, is your turn. So poor Tam has got has got pieces of sticks sticking out of him. He's bleeding all over in a circle, whereas Armundus is fine.
All right. 6, and then starting over again. 1, 2. That'll be fine. I'll go ahead and swing at one
Here
of
comes
them.
the one.
Ah.
Wow, it's a good thing you got such a bonus. Those weapons, geez, you were really pimped out way too early in this game.
Well, yeah. Okay, so as a note, I get temporary hit points equal to, let's see, temporary hit points equal to the slain creature's hit point maximum.
Oh, which is 11.
Then yes, I get 11 temporary hit points.
All right, it has been granted.
Okay, and as long as I've got my Black Razor in my hand, I get advantage on all attacks as long as I have the temporary hit points. So...
Wow. You'll have to do that part manually.
Yeah, no worries.
Click advantage.
Yep. And so I'm also going to do a -5 on this and go sharpshooter. Actually, I don't need to. No, I don't need to.
Wow.
Alright, and then I will smack him.
Man, okay.
And then I'm going to move a little bit closer to this guy.
Ichor and sticks are flying backwards from your weapons.
And I'm going to
Crossbow hits with violence, exploding it.
smack this guy at advantage with Black Razor again.
You get 3 attacks.
Yeah, because I'm hasted.
Oh. I thought it was Armundus who got hasted.
No, it was myself and yeah.
Oh, it was okay. 2 people hasted. Man, you really ruined my games, Val. Giving people these advantages.
Okay, so I get another 11 temporary hit points.
Oh my word.
Those stack?
Yep.
I'm shocked that stacks. That's crazy. Of course, that's only really effective in this type of situation. I
Yes,
imagine,
yes.
where you can keep chewing through them. Shouldn't normally be able to do that. Man's note to self.
Whenever it devours a soul. Doesn't say it can only be used however many times, so.
Wow. Alright, it is now Val's turn. You hear a screeching, I don't know, what would it sound like, Broben? A war cry from your creature. Probably like some sort of eagle, I would imagine.
Caw, caw, caw!
That's it. Yeah. You hear that intense sound.
I think mine was better.
Yeah, I'm thinking Arrested Development chicken dance. Where they... Oh, yes! Caw, caw, caw! Have any of you guys seen a chicken?
Oh, that's fantastic.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Frostbite on Needle Blight 3.
Alright. I've put your character on the map. I want you to click on him and
One-
decide where you want to place him. Did you fail? Oh, 1 damage?
Yeah, 1 damage.
That's so cute. You guys are just so cute.
I do what I can.
I mean, not all of us always get overpowered loot in every game we play.
Apparently.
Alright, I'll shift down just a bit so I can get to both of these guys and I'll attack.
Ooh.
Wow.
Sorry, I just rolled it. I didn't actually drop it on the...
Oh, that's too bad. Oh, it still did it. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is
It
cool.
knew. Oh man, you shredded it. Wow. You went from one end to the other. And I can close up some of this. Alright. Man, you guys are murdering things.
Now, do I still have move left?
Yes.
You have twice your movement speed. How long does haste last? How many turns? Rounds?
It's 1 minute,
It
right?
is, yeah, up to a minute, or if I lose concentration.
Oh yeah. I need to go do something.
What? Yes.
Alright.
You can't metagame and know that you can take my concentration now.
Brobot, did you choose where you're going to put your character? Right, so you guys see a creature, okay, because I don't care anywhere where you want it. You're choosing where to fly down. So you guys see this giant bird creature, and that's where the wings, the shadows you were seeing comes from. And he is aware of a larger being, a much larger creature this way, just so you guys know. Yeah, so if that's where you want to start, so be it. You get your turn now, and if you have any questions on what happens and how to do it, let me know.
How do you attack? Do you
All right.
drag it onto the
Yeah, you can drag your attack dice onto the icon, or you can control click them and then just like double click the dice inside there without dragging it anywhere. That would work too.
Oh, I'm
So you're going
an
wanna shoot that one.
idiot. Dang it.
He just said, "Yeah, you are."
Yep, it's true.
What was it? Sorry.
Dang it.
Wow. Okay. Now you do the attack one. The attack is the text to the right of that. So you drag that onto the creature now. So the text, it says 1d8 plus 5 or whatever. And you'll notice a green dice. Yep. Alright, so this bird screeches in and launches an arrow before his feet even touch the ground, ripping through it like like an arrow through much crappier wood.
And don't forget about my badger.
Oh yeah, on his back, you guys notice. If you zoom in real close, I actually put it on his character. The problem is, though, as it turns out, there's a badger that was on his back that is now dropping to the ground.
I don't know if that's possible, but let's go with that. I'm supposed to be riding the badger, actually.
Well, you can't in the air. If you flew in, he has to be on your back, and then you can switch places on the ground. That's the only way.
like
Man, that's really awkward.
One of them can handle the air, the other one handles the ground. That's just how they've worked it out. Symbiosis.
Yep, so
What is happening here?
Nobody knows.
Just let it happen.
I've arrived to help you guys out.
I've brought the
Is-
madness pandemonium with
That's the badger.
Now who's the player? The bird or the badger?
The bird.
You don't know yet, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You just see a giant bird-looking thing,
is amazing. All right, so is that all your character can do? You do have movement. If you want to spend it still, you can still move around. But I mean, you're ranged, so you may not want to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay.
So did you say that he indicated to us somehow that there is another larger creature somewhere? 'Cause
Yeah. He screeched and pointed. We'll just say as he drops to the ground. And
Where
shoots
did
an
he
arrow into
point?
one.
Because I missed when if you did a little arrow.
That's
in
too
that
bad.
direction.
Roll for perception.
I mean, I
You
was looking. I just didn't like the arrow didn't show up on my thing.
All right.
Yeah.
It's roughly that direction is where
okay.
he pointed.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Oh man. So his dummy is swinging around with an umbrella cane, dismantling these blights. Oh, these poor things. This guy.
And does more damage than me, as always. And that would be my turn.
All right.
An argument ensues as it starts taunting me about how much more damage it did.
Tam, you're up. You felt better before than what you do right now.
I'm still good. Don't worry about me. You know. But
5 hit points.
see, I can't even see how much I have.
You can on your main tab.
I think we
It shows
glitched up
everything.
your hit points too.
Fine.
All right. Well, no worries.
It was heavy. That's it.
Just like you.
Wait. All right, Tam. So it's your turn. You can move, whatever, do what you need to do.
I'll come by this dude over here named Medic. He seems like a cool guy.
This is the guy who said he was gonna stick his foot up his butt.
Medic reminds you that you were going to stick his foot up his butt.
I'll come here. I'll chill over here. With
It
these
also
boys.
says it's probably good you're not a woman because garlic's bad if you're nursing or pregnant.
Well, good thing I'm sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, this is
You
a
know what?
cool
You
magic.
could have done a reaction spell. I just realized.
Yeah, no, I
That
didn't
when you
think
take damage. Okay.
I know. I didn't think of it until after, and that's why I was trying to ask, am I allowed to cast a spell like when I'm being hit, kind of thing?
Yeah, that's in a reaction. Very few spells are like that, but yes, that one would allow to. And I'd like to point out, by the way, if you were gonna move, you could just move your little butt right there and then make a cone. If you know what I'm saying. For example, it's like this, right? Something like that. 60 feet, I think. Something pretty ridiculous.
Oh. Okay.
I'm just throwing that out there.
So I can't tell how far. I mean, I don't know if
60
I have
feet.
the tools to tell how far. Am I allowed to
Oh,
make
it's-
those kinds of...
Oh, I see. Well, yeah, you'd be able to do that. I realize it's not a cone though. It's a line that's 50, or it's a 5 feet wide. But you could do that. So if you wanted to take in a deep
I mean,
breath.
I could still hit from Blight 9 to Blight 12.
Yeah, it's still 60 feet. Like so, here. This is how big of a line you have. You could adjust your angle so that you're pointing it wherever you need to point it, right? So you could go right here,
Yeah,
for
that's what
example.
I was saying.
All right. So to demonstrate that, you're gonna, as that character, control click all 4 of those, and that should start targeting. Yeah, it's starting to work. Yep, you're doing it. Now you can use your ability. So you guys see Tam, this big rotund guy, go, and he's gripping more garlic in his hand, and he's crunching it in front of his face as he does it, breathing in the fumes as much as he can, and he he belches out this
Oh, jeez.
this blast, and then click the cast button on your actions tab. Set spells. If you don't see that, you hit the little magnifying glass to expand it.
You said cast.
Yep, you click the cast button. Alright, now cast the damage button, or just click the damage button. So this putrid, garlicky, acidic flames shoot out of his mouth, and all of you guys should by now realize that's not normal for garlic, although he absolutely thinks it's just the garlic doing it. But he's melting face and burning up brush wherever it's hitting, instantly destroying 2 of them in pretty critical fashion. Apparently the other one must have dodged it, so that is working. That's good.
It stepped to the left,
Right. So that's pretty potent, and it's got a lingering odor around it of just regular garlic, but the energy that he gave off was intense. Alright, so now we have creature turns, so let me catch up. You guys hear a very dark voice resonate in your mind saying, snacks. And it flies, landing amongst you guys, a giant demon. And for those who are interested in what it looks like, I will show you. It is a strange amalgamation of both runic and constructed.
Looks like a good boy.
Anyway, it has very sick-looking jaws, and it's going to attempt to bite the larger creature because it looks like it would be something worthy of it.
Where'd he land? Or can I just not see him?
You should be able to see him.
I don't see him on
Oh,
the
I'm
map.
sorry.
There he is.
Yeah.
There we go. I had to re-enable it. Sorry.
And he rolled a 1. Did he break his jaw?
I'm going to say what happens is he bites onto you, not really caring about whether it's metal or whatever, and he literally hits nothing but metal shielding. There's sparks and whatnot. I'll go ahead and roll a damage
He
dice.
chips a tooth.
Oh, come on. He has to shake his mouth free. What does this thing do? I'm going to... Ooh. Okay, so it bites you and is furious about it, and you see its eye as it looks at you, and it's even taller than you right now, and it starts to glow.
Turn up the intensity of my eyes. I make them glow brighter.
One target within 60 feet of the Saw Glab is hit automatically by the ray. The target is knocked 20 feet back and must succeed at a DC 15 dex save. So go ahead and give me a dex save. Oh, come on. All right, so you're not knocked prone.
Hey.
So the blast hits you, and you are knocked into this whatchamacallit.
Roll for damage against the blight.
I think we absolutely need to. Yeah, go ahead and do a 1d6 for damage. If that kills it, I'm going to be embarrassed. All right, does 3 damage to this sucker. Poor Blight 9. He never did nothing to nobody. Yeah,
He wanted to, though.
You hit him so hard. There's twigs that wrap around you because you've crushed him. He's got an imprint. This Blight has an imprint, a robot in the middle of him, and the twigs and stuff are sticking around the side like some sort of weird convoluted halo around your body. But you are still standing upright, having not been knocked down by that blast. He's got one more ability. It's really unfortunate about the... Oh, yeah, I guess the only thing he can bite is the bird. He is going to attack Broben here. And he lands a hit on you. His metal teeth biting into your wing. And only doing 7 damage. No, still, it hurts. Chomp, chomp. Alright, then it's just regular blights. Let's figure out what their movements... This one could get here. This blight could get... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3. Come on. 2, 3, 6. 2, 3. Sorry guys, this takes a bit. 6. 6. It's a nice little wall of them. Do I have... Oh, I have more that are tucked away. You guys just haven't seen. I'm going to have to move them too. Alright, that's most of them. Now we're going to roll attacks on the ones that they can. Just the last few. A lot of them still can't, actually. I mean, you don't know how many there are, but you assume that they'd probably try to attack you if they could. Alright, so this here, Needle Blight, is going to be used as my reference point. And he's going to do all the damages where it's appropriate. You've got to be kidding me. Roll a 1d6, medic, because he's going to swing. He's too near one of his friends. Alright, so he swings wildly, breaking off branches of one of his friends, like an idiot. And the next one is going to use his needles, because that's the only thing that makes sense. They're basically going to start shotgunning at you with blasts of thorns. So you're getting hit by some of those. Needle Blight 4 also could do that. He's barely in range. And he misses with his. Now we're looking at... Tam could take, yeah. Ooh, I'm not sure. He's in the middle of the trees, though. I think that's probably would go for Armandus. So we're going to do a needle attack on Armand.
Womp womp.
And he fails.
Make him hit the demon, since that was a shot. It makes sense.
Give me a dex save dice. It does. Actually, I can do his own dex save. What am I doing? Let's do it here. That was yeah, he's got a lot of dexterity. So
yeah, he does. Dang.
Okay, we've got a Needle Blight near you. He's going to attempt to claw you. That would make more sense. And he misses in fantastic fashion. That guy wouldn't be able to hit through the Louise. I think that's everyone who can actually reach anyone. Let me see the distance between here and here. Is that 30? Oh, it is less than 30. Okay, you got one more needle your way, and then you'll be done.
So
What were you going to say?
Fantasy Grounds just crashed on me.
Alright, well, come back in at your leisure.
Right.
Diedrich, you're up.
Authorization
Oh.
failed.
Did you put in Stinker 7 password?
Oh, now the entire internet knows our password.
It says authorization failed. Client username already in use.
Oh, I'll kick you then.
Alright, this is at advantage, so I'm going to smack this guy
I'll try
with
again.
Blood Razor, Black Razor.
Cool. Oh, it's going to take a minute. It's because he's loading in.
Oh, yeah.
While Dave's doing that, Corey, the disadvantage that I do or whatever on my turn is actually only against one creature, so just as future. One creature against one person.
I think it actually did that when I was looking through their damage earlier.
Okay.
Unless he did it manually.
I just realized what I'm looking at. I did not do it manually. No. I don't know how it knew. It may have been a glitch, honestly.
Yeah, it could be.
Do you need to reload the map?
Oh. Yeah, okay, so technically you guys are able to see the maps again if you click the map and then find it, but I'm just going to go ahead and power it off and reforce it. I wish I could do like the old one where it only forces it to the person who's missing it, but whatever.
Okay. Sorry.
No worries. So, Diedrich, did you have your turn now?
Yeah, okay, so now it's registered. So I will roll for damage. I will take another 11 points of temporary hit points.
Oh my gosh. Alright, that's broken. You're now like you're like a vampire. You're just
yeah.
delicious energy.
Turn on yourself.
Yo, I think I'm gonna have to
25.
Switch classes.
Okay, so Fantasy Grounds is letting me see Needle Blight 25, so I should be able to shoot it.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a tough shot, but you have that.
Exactly, yes. And so I'm going to shoot that.
Oh man, you're so much better shot than you were at level 1.
It's true.
All he did, Brad, at level 1 was miss or hit his friends.
Yep.
He killed a teammate in his first round.
Oh, it was with one shot though. To be fair.
One shot. Went through the guy's neck, dropped into the ground.
Both games, I think David's killed more teammates than.
It's possible.
45. Yeah, I should be able to make it over to medic. So I'm just going to move myself over.
Okay.
And I still get 2 more. No, I get 2 more attacks. Because I actually get 3 attacks naturally. Well, kind of 2 attacks and a bonus. All at advantage.
Good lord. Alright, Sawglav is going to roll for
Okay,
recognition.
Matt's friend.
Who
Is
it is
turned
outpowered.
on yet?
I get another 11 hit points.
Oh my gosh.
And
Alright, now wait for Randy to show up and do 1 card to ruin his whole combo.
Wisdom, let's see, I'm gonna do a wisdom check.
and I'll take another 11 hit points.
He just did a wisdom check to see if he could break my concentration and take you out of haste.
Well, his wisdom check would not automatically break your concentration, but he will need to recognize how he's doing it. That is exactly what he's checking.
Yeah, no, I was just letting Wolvie know.
That's all right. That's all right. The cool thing about this blade is it can cast haste on me once per day too. It's your turn.
Okay,
Is that
so-
level appropriate weapon?
No, it is not.
Well, he gave it to me. That is his own fault.
I agree, and I might have to steal it.
Nope. I don't think that makes any sense.
Who
Especially,
I have
taketh away.
especially considering my aversion to giving things away.
Oh, I didn't mean that you would willingly give it to me.
It's true.
Let's chop up some garlic.
Yeah. Good luck.
So I blinded the demon, and that's my turn.
Oh, you successfully blinded. Gosh darn it! Poor little demon didn't do nothing to you yet. He's got one eye. That's like picking on a handicapped person. Like
Alright, so-
running over a cripple.
Is there a reason I got advantage on that one?
Because he's blind.
Yeah.
Blind, yeah.
Yep.
Ah, okay, I didn't realize.
Yeah, so basically, you've really made your character into something that makes the rest of the group way more powerful, Val.
He's a bard.
Yeah, you've basically a sorcerer bard. A sard.
Sard.
I almost took haste, but I ended up taking my healing spell instead.
I can push it, right? There's one thing I can do, the second wind or whatever, to get
Yeah.
an extra.
Yep, you could burn that and get another attack. Is it 2 attacks? How's that work again? Val?
Well, he gets 2 at his level. He's getting 2 normal attacks, and then he gets another attack action with haste.
No, I meant if he did an action surge. It's a
Oh,
full action, right?
yes, yeah,
Which
yeah.
is 1 more attack then?
It should
Or is
be
it 2 attacks per
2.
action? So
should
he would
be-
get 2 attacks.
Yeah, it's 2 attacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goodness. I mean, can you imagine this on the field? Most of you guys are shooting one thing, and then these guys are blurring, like beyond the ability to actually watch them, and just striking all over the place like the Matrix.
Pretty much.
Okay,
I think you're,
I'm done with my. That's a lot of attacks. He still seems
yes, it
pretty
is.
decent though.
Yeah, he's very healthy.
Yeah, you guys did a lot of damage, though. He needs to be more healthy than he is. Okay, so next is Broben. Alright, so your wing burns as the saliva from the demon sizzles on it.
Okay, that sounds good.
And he can fly, in case you guys didn't figure that out by him landing where he wanted to land.
Oh man, Pecker would be so jealous.
The wings.
Are you riding your badger, or are you letting your badger do his own thing? Well,
He's under. He's gonna go underground. That's where he's at. He's hiding.
oh, he's okay. And you miss.
Ouch.
Yes.
With advantage.
You don't have.
2.
Well, it depends on your class. I haven't looked at your skills.
What is he?
So you have extra attack. He does have extra attack. Yep, you sure do. Whenever you take the attack action. Sweet, yeah.
Oof.
Alright, well. Sorry, guys.
You launched 2 arrows and they went wide. That's crazy. You have a +8 on that bow and you still managed to miss.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's one demon, so.
He's a small. He's actually enormous. He's just. I'm gonna say that realistically, your arrows are bouncing off of armored
Yeah.
scales on his body rather than you're just missing him. So the next person up is Tom.
Why'd I get skipped?
Oh, you're right. No, it's Medic. I scanned through because of the way I've been doing the enemies to make it easy, and I skipped you. You're up, Medic.
The dummy wants to show the bird that it wasn't that his arrows deflected, that it was just a poor aim. Oh, and he missed too! Terrible, terrible dummy. Medic berates him as he backs up so he can heal Tom.
Oh no.
Calibrating spells to counter.
Oh
an arc.
no. Why did you move back?
Hey, thanks for the help.
My turn.
Oh man.
Why'd I move back so you could get all these guys running towards you?
Yeah, exactly.
You're super fast. The robot thinks that you can handle him like Neo from the Matrix. They're all Agent Smiths running towards you.
All right, Tom, whatever, it's your turn.
Could I cast Psychic Slam on the demon?
Psychic Slam. That is a cantrip, yes. So you target him, control click to target him, and then you click the cast button.
Nice.
He's exceeded half as much on us. So go ahead and now do the damage one. He's so big. You see him grunt, and he farts a little bit of garlic fart, and the demon lifts about a half an inch off the ground and it's pushed right back down.
Oof.
Oof indeed.
Yeah, that's. I think that's all you can do in your turn. Actually, you can move somewhere if you want to move somewhere.
I'll go ahead and stay where I'm at.
Okay. All right, so it's time for me to line up creatures.
It's gonna suck.
Well, with your like 120 hit point.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
you're
have
like a
120.
boss right now.
I don't have 120.
Basically
Yeah.
a boss monster.
Yeah, that's a decent point actually.
4, 5, 6.
That was actually one of the reasons I backed up. I figured you could tank it better than I could at this point.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so the creatures are making this unearthly weird. Why am I at disadvantage? Oh, because I'm too close to you.
Haha.
That makes sense actually. Well, I still hit you, but
Well, still.
that makes sense. All right, that's one.
Oh, that's a good roll. Jeez.
Oh, it's gonna be the same one. Dang it! I'm doing the one that's right next to you. That's dumb. All right, would he have hit with his? What was the first one? No, probably not. All right, so I'm gonna pick someone else to be my one of the ones that's actually ranged. I was doing that to myself without even realizing it. I have. Pardon me?
Oh, I didn't. I was looking at something. Reading a thing.
Miss. Oh my word.
Let's
Seriously.
go.
That one hits. I'm almost out of attacks though.
Yeah.
And you barely did it as temporary HP. That's why I moved.
Oh my gosh. All these shots are missing. I have one more stupid.
Let's go.
Please hit critical or something. What?
Yes!
And he's
What?
my teammate.
Yeah, I guess you know what? I'm gonna say that that's true. That one in the back there blasted like an idiot and literally killed his friend.
Excellent. That was great.
All right, now I've got the demon to
Oh,
figure
man.
out. Yeah, actually, there's a couple more blights I gotta. One is just one range at battle.
Oh,
but
man, that's so funny.
This is so frustrating. I'm glad you're having
I'll
fun.
put a disadvantage if he's gonna be going after the dummy. I'll put a disadvantage on that.
Is there...
Instantly.
I can't actually do anything to the dummy. He's
Yeah,
not
the
a,
dummy's not
Okay.
actually there.
Then I'll put a disadvantage on if he attacks.
He's gonna attack you because you're closest right now.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't think he'd realize that Diedrich
Blinded. Anyway, so he doesn't need another disadvantage, does he?
Oh, you're right. It doesn't
Oh,
stack.
that's true.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's one bite. So he's snapping at the air. He sees after images from the blindness because some jerk. Gosh darn it! Why does everything I gotta do get screwed over? So he just snapped all around you. You deftly dodged with no issues whatsoever. And now I guess it's Diedrich's turn. Whatever.
Let's go.
Game. No one likes it.
So he can actually do a Constitution save at the end of his turn.
Oh, okay. Well, that helps. Let me do a count. What
So
do I have to beat?
I think I can just cast it on him, maybe.
I like yours better.
Well, I think he beat it either way.
Yeah,
It's up to
yeah,
him.
he would have beat that either way.
Okay, so I'm not blind anymore. Thank goodness. Let's fix that poor little guy. Didn't do anything to anybody. Alright, the blindness is gone. Diedrich, you're up.
Okay. Moved 5 feet. Going to smack at this guy.
Oh.
Yep, I'll take another 11 there. I will add advantage. We'll just say shoot at this guy. Oh, rip.
What?
Okay. Alright, so I'll move closer. Take another 11.
I think you should
I don't think I should.
stop doing.
No, I don't think that's a great plan.
Just so you know, I'm gonna retcon a rule. You can't go above your own max health as extra health in the future. But
That's fine.
I'm gonna let this go through. You're gonna be capped at your own hit points.
Isn't that the point of extra health, though, is to be above and beyond?
That's
Yeah.
a decent point.
Beyond as in twice, as in above your
And
normal health. Of
I didn't
max
actually
44.
take advantage on this one, so just in case I get a critical. Dang it. That'll be another 11. And I think that was all my attacks. Do I get another one? No.
I think
No.
I'm gonna bring in Strahd.
Because I killed 3. No, I killed 2. I hit 1.
This is stupid.
Yep. Okay.
You could always cap the temp hit points at like twice his level or something above.
Yeah, that would work too. I like that, twice his level. That's even better.
That does
I
not
think I will.
equate to anything close to what Black Razor says. So now you're breaking the item.
Well, that's okay. The item's already broken. I'm gonna have to fix it as it is.
It's
clearly.
broken in certain circumstances.
Yeah, this one.
Well,
And I don't like it.
So I'm gonna cast Mirror Image, and that's my turn.
Oh man.
All right, I'm gonna attack.
and Armundus, I still don't have 120 hit points. I have 116.
More than our level 13 characters in our other game.
But if I'm, to be fair, my actual hit points is way more than that, because if I use my reaction every single time, I can have all damage. Or half the damage for that reaction, so technically I have a little bit more.
Okay, I am done with mine. That was pretty weak.
Alright. Robin.
Yes. Let's see.
You should kill the creatures he's stealing for life.
Well, I
That's
was
what I'm
gonna
thinking.
try to kill them anyway because his last round wasn't so great. So
I wonder if we can summon Strahd while you have all those temporary hit points. We could just go ahead and do that.
What's a
I'm
decent...
thinking I should bring Strahd in to take you guys down a peg. He'd probably get killed by you guys, knowing how you cheat.
I'm not cheating. I am within the rules of this current world.
Current world. Let's go to a different world.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
thank you.
Alright,
Thank you
you
for...
are murdering things with your arrows.
Thanks for helping me out here.
Alright, Medic, your turn.
Doki.
Yeah, Doki.
That's my character's name. Another most games. Oh man, that's ridiculous. I can't do any damage.
Yeah, I definitely have to balance these characters. That's crazy.
Yeah. I also realized I rolled the wrong healing dice last time, but that's alright. I meant to do
You can
this one, which was
retroactively
more
adjust it.
damage. Yeah, it would have been a bigger heal than the last one.
Yeah, that's fine. What was the difference between the rolls? Like, what's the dice difference?
1d8 versus a 1d4.
Yeah, okay, so twice as much. We'll just double what you did. Where is he? He's way down here. So I did 4 healing. It would have been 8. Oh, sorry. That's wounds. He's completely healed then.
Perfect, that's my turn.
So, should we still be trying to kill this
All right.
boy up here?
So,
I mean, do you like demon boyos?
I don't like demon boys.
Well, then I suggest you kill him.
I'm trying to be friends with him.
alright, I want a wisdom save from Diedrich while you do your turn.
Oh boy. Ooh, I get advantage on all saves.
Alright, that's fine. You've made a creature that's stronger than you, so... Yeah. That's interesting. Okay. You feel a surge against you that you realize is going to continue each time you use your weapon.
What?
It is now literally stronger than you. It has you and a half in strength, and it's all from it. It is growing hungry, growling inside there. Not hungry, it's growing strong because you've given it so much food.
I'm gonna call shenanigans on this.
No, it says it's a sentient weapon, and in fact, it's so aware it actually is longing for its pair. The friends, it was a trio of them. It is becoming more and more aware. That is how I'm going to counter this thing. As it grows, you're going to get more and more saves that you have to do as you feed it. So it'll be a balanced game. If you don't feed it, it'll try to consume you. If you feed it too much, it'll try to control you.
No, the weapon says nothing like that.
It does too.
It does not.
It absolutely does.
Where?
Yeah, like it. Did you read the part where it says that it has 2 other friends? It's in that section. If you go a few days of not feeding it, it will feed on you.
Yeah, 3
It will
days.
have killed you and consumed your souls. That's right.
Right.
So I'm adding to make it countered.
You're
so
adding.
balance. Yeah, I'm only adding a flavor text. It already is sentient and it's already malicious.
No,
It is now.
it's chaotic neutral.
Yes.
It's chaotic neutral.
If it wants to eat you, that's part of the chaos. If it's going to grow strong, part of its chaos will be control. It's power, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's that, or I take away, I cap you in a severe way, just for reasonable. Because
I'm fine with you. I'm fine with you capping it, rather than.
That makes me want to make it control you even more. That's...
Yeah, I know it does because you're adding to it.
Well, capping is adding to it too because it didn't have that text in there. Your choice. If you want to cap, that's fine.
You're welcome to cap it.
I'll do that instead of. Okay. It'll be capped at your hit points.
That's.
No,
You already said you were going to do that.
That's better. Well, I wasn't going to do it right now. I was debating on how I was going to do it later. So, like, think about it. And I still might think about it, actually.
Okay,
Whose turn is it? Oh, it's Tam's. Yeah. Let's see, your level is 5, so 2 times your level. Yeah, that's a better cap. I like yours better, Armandus. That's how we'll do it in the future. It's still powerful, because, I mean, it's a lot of hit points, but it's not... He's a demigod. He quite literally, right now, you are about half of Von Zarovich's hit points. And he is a demigod of this entire plane. Just so ridiculous.
For my turn, I'm gonna try and get closer and then slash him with my knife that is covered in garlic.
All right, so you guys see him pull out a large chef's knife. Keep in mind he's got short little pudgy hands. They're very rotund, but he's a small being. So for him, we don't like it's a sword, but it's really just a high-end cutlery knife. Okay, go ahead and do so. Should work.
Do I have to control click on him? Or do I just roll?
No, you can drag it and just drag the attack and drop it on top of him. That would work fine.
Does he say demons? It's what's for dinner as he's swinging.
He should.
God hates me.
Oh. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, it really is.
And you do not have double attacks, do you? Nope.
I don't think so. I'm just big sad at this moment. I look like a fool with a garlic knife in my hand.
Alright, so you miss, and it doesn't do anything. Okay, so now I've got a bunch of demons that get to do things, or creatures. Let's see here. 2 blights can get near, what's his name? Let me do all my movements first. Alright, we can just do a conclusion here with some bunch of dice, so we can carry on storyline wise, because this is so easy for you guys, it's silly. You actually probably could have gone to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those, and then 1 demon who's no longer blind. I'll play out the demon first, then we'll just do a bunch of dice for the others. He is going to multi-attack and bite, who is still in front of him. So Tam is going to try to...
Disadvantage on Tam.
Okay, that would have been hit, so let's go ahead and do the check.
Can I do my blood dash?
Yes, you can if he hits. Yeah, if he hits. Alright, so he's going to hit either way, even with disadvantage. So he's going to bite down on you, and you see Tam swell, and the garlic in his blood, he empowers with magic. Go ahead and use the ability. I think that, or is it something you have to cast? It's probably something cast. Alright, go ahead and do your damage. So, No, you just drag the damage, drop it on. So, like, expand that so you can see the damage is 2d6. Drop it onto him. So basically, when he bites in, there's a hiss and a sizzle as the empowered blood burns the demon's teeth. At which point he switches to Armundus. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, whatever. And he gets one more. It's just have bad luck here. Wow, this is terrible. Alright, so we have 9 others blights. I'm gonna go ahead and just do this now. These. That'd be a total works page. This times. It's only 32 damage. Even if they coordinated, would only be able to take out one of you, 2 of you. If that was, one of you. If it was absolutely 100% focused, and that's not going to be possible. So, after you guys fight wave after wave of these creatures, Spanky cuts everything down that's near him. You guys survive quite well. The demon is in its last leg of life, and as it does so, it goes invisible. No one has counterspell, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it screeches out in abyssal. Here, I'll do that actually. I've got to roll response.
I'm checking my spells really quick. I don't think the clerics have anything like that. That's Christina. No, I don't believe so.
Oh, come on. I got a Unity error. I've never seen one of those. Great. I may have crashed my game trying to type a sentence to you. Alright, well, that's wonderful. Didn't know that was possible. I think I literally destroyed because I put a slash in there that I didn't mean to put in there, and I think it's trying to interpret as a command and I broke it. I'm so sorry, guys. Well, anyway, he basically said he was cursing you foolish mortals. I'll return. I will murder you and your children, devour your souls on the 9 planes of hell. And then he pulls into that non-existence, effectively, from your perspective, because he just disappears. And it is a greater invisibility. If no one has counterspell, I don't think that you'd be able to stop that. And he is highly mobile. Includes a shadow gate, too, so technically he could just have done that. I have crashed us. This is also normally our stop time, I guess, in 5 minutes, but that's not very far. You guys didn't get very far, but you recognize that you have cleared the vineyard. The house now looms, or the building now looms 2 stories tall, like I said before. There is a somber quietness to it after the last of the screams from the creatures dies away that weighs on you heavily, like there's a presence to the building that is unusual and darker and deeper than what is normal to the mist surrounding. Something is afoot inside there, something you have not yet seen. I think that's what we're going to call it, because I am going to have to force close Fantasy Grounds to fix this, unfortunately, and that means that I'd have to set everything back up and get you guys loaded back in, and by the time I've done all that, we're past our time. I do need to ask you guys, though, if for future games, are you guys okay with extending this to 2 hours instead of 1.5, since we got 6 people?
Yeah.
Is there,
Fine for me.
Sure.
Is there anyone for which it wouldn't work? Like, I'm thinking about you, Magneto.
No, that should be fine.
Okay.
Sweet.
Future ones will be 2 hours then. If anyone has a problem with that, please let me know before our next game. I'll adjust the stuff and we'll fix it. And David, I'm not trying to ruin your day, but I do have to balance that thing. So
Well, I
it
agree.
will be
I agree.
2 times your level. 2 times your level will be the cap it can get in hit points, and we'll play that by ear, because that's still a lot. It puts you at twice the hit points of the Psionic and almost twice the hit points of our Warforged. when you have that fully charged up, because you're already actually one of the higher hit point guys because of good rolls and your character class. Okay, thank you for joining. Sorry guys if that was abrupt. It's awfully hard to bring in 2 new characters and try to get very far in a game because there's so little time. An hour and a half is not much to convey 2 new characters, backstories, and do any sort of realistic fights. Or, sorry, not realistic, but larger fights. Even with him mowing through them like they're butter. That doesn't make sense. Like they're grass. Any questions? Any issues?
I have a
Nope,
couple
thanks for the
of
game.
updates I need to make on spells. Just my
Okay.
cantrips have incremented because of my level, but other than that, no.
I can restart it, and then you and I can just fix your character.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead. I'll do that right now. My apologies, guys, for any. Oh yeah, I crashed it, so it's having to use a database restore point. Phew.